You're watching Sports Shorts Daily, presented by LeBear's Casino and Hotel in Baton Rouge and the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame Museum in Natchitoches. You can follow Sports Shorts Daily by going to our YouTube page, Sports Shorts, hosted by Ronnie Rantz, and get our 15-minute weekday video. Welcome, everybody, to Sports Shorts Daily, presented by LeBear's Casino in Baton Rouge. Open 24 hours a day, 365. Ronnie Rantz alongside Tommy Chrysant, coming to us from Tremonti's Meat and Seafood in Baton Rouge, where the saying is, what, Tommy?
Good meat ain't cheap. Cheap meat ain't good.
Well, look, we'll talk a little LSU, then we'll tell you about everything that's going on at Tremonti's today. But big news yesterday, TK, as the LSU Tigers, 2020 has been one of those years. They're going to lose scholarships, self-imposed sanctions, and then, of course, now we find out Odell Beckham Jr. is not going to be allowed on campus for 2 years, which isn't that big of a deal, but it's a bad PR nightmare.
Well, it's a bad PR nightmare. You know, this is self-imposed. I mean, the NCAA's got to agree to that, and I think they will, but we'll see. And here's the thing with Beckham, okay? I don't have a problem with him being on the sidelines. He's a former player. Being in the locker room, former players can always do that. But he had to inject himself into the story instead of letting the guys revel in the national championship, with the money. And I wasn't there, but people who were there told me he wasn't exactly sober or straight, whatever you want to call it. So it's unfortunate. And, the New York Giants couldn't wait to get rid of him. The Cleveland Browns can't wait to get rid of him. Now LSU doesn't have to deal with him for a couple of years because he just doesn't get it. It's unfortunate. But bigger than that is the scholarship reduction. What this means, Ronnie, when you sign 25 guys, you're going to miss on 5 or 6 of them, okay? Some of them aren't going to work out right away, and then a couple of them aren't going to make it, more than a year or two. So that makes the misses get more magnified. You can't miss now on your scholarships. I think they're going to do 4 a year, so they're only going to sign 21 guys. Well, you miss 5 or 6, then you're down to 14 or 15, whatever. So going to have to be a little more selective. I definitely think it hurts. We've seen other schools, be it Southern Cal, whoever, when you lose them scholarships, it doesn't show up the next day, but a couple of years down the road, you can see that little hole in the process.
I got to tell you, Tommy, let me ask you this. It's real simple. We know that now LSU is going to have some struggles, right? I mean, most of us thought 500, 6-4 at best after seeing what LSU did, the first week or so, and with the defense being as bad as it is, they've gotten off to a 1 or 2 star. We don't know when Miles Brennan's going to be back or if at all this year. So you're facing 3-4 wins possibly for LSU this season. Obviously, that's a terrible year, but it's a COVID year. We can all overlook it. Now with the scholarship limitations, all the kind of the ooginess around the program right now, you lose both of your coordinators really. Your defense is it doesn't look like it's working right now with the Bo Pelini thing. Maybe that'll get turned around this year or next year. You got some off the field stuff, with some pictures on the internet and all that involving Coach O and his new personal life. It's just a lot of ooginess around this program right now. So my question is, so what? You had the best season ever, right? If you were told last year, hey, you're going to have an amazing year, and you're going to go 15-0, and you have the best team in the history of college football. But the trade-off is for the next 5 years, you're going to be hot garbage. Would you have taken it?
I think most fans would take that, okay? I've heard it, Ronnie, in the last couple of weeks, people saying, well, at least we had a great year last year. 2020 has been mind-boggling in the sports world and not in the sports world. And I think realistically, LSU fans have to look at it. I mean, you're saying 5 wins. I think that's a stretch at this point, okay? Even if Miles Brennan comes back, which, we don't expect him to come back anytime soon, we'll just wait and see on that. But, I think LSU fans understand and get it running. I go back to, and this will be something near and dear to you. I remember being on the radio in Baton Rouge around 2000, 2001. Fans would call up and say they'd trade all 5 baseball titles for 1 football title. Sure. That was a sentiment. Skip Bertman, boom, 5 World Series titles. We know Manera got another one. People would say, I'd give all of them up if they could win 1 football. Well, now they've won a handful of them in this century, And so, I think realistic fans understand what you said. And the problem, as you said, Ronnie, all the focus is off the field. The pictures of Coach O, the Odell Beckham thing, the scholarship reductions, or the injuries, the whole COVID thing of practice. And, then you get into all the social justice stuff they chose to do before the season. I mean, it's not football. I've said this all along. I turn on football to watch football. People turn on the NBA to watch the greatest basketball players in the world play basketball. I turned on the World Series to watch baseball. Leave the politics out of it. It's always crossed lines, but now it's blurred those lines. And I think they need to separate that again, play sports, and let politics deal with politics.
Tommy Christ and Ronnie Rantz, Sports Church Daily, presented by LaBerge Casino. You're over at Tremonti's Meat and Seafood, and you're not wearing a pink T-shirt because you look good in pink. You're wearing it for a cause. Tell us about it.
Well, bust breast cancer. It's a big thing, and we want you to go on and vote. Connect with Tremonti's Meat and Seafood on Facebook and Instagram. A portion of their sales today, a portion of the proceeds will go to the cause. I'm making my donation later today. Again, the easiest way is if you're watching this, go connect with Tremonti's Meat and Seafood on Facebook and Instagram. All the info is there. Bust breast cancer. Womans.org/BBC, bust breast cancer. And of course, they got the big sale going on with the Buffalo Trace whiskey, $19.99 a bottle. You can't beat that. And for you those that need some Bloody Marys, Wheatley vodka, $14.99 a bottle. And of course, all the catering. If you're hosting a party for the LSU football game, small party, a big party, they can do the catering from Tremonti 7 days a week, 6 days a week, not open on Sunday, lunch specials. And again, Chairman's Reserve beef, and a portion of today's proceeds, Thursday the 22nd, go to help bust breast cancer. I shot a video last night with a breast cancer survivor who talked about it and why it's important to support the cause. That's posted on their site as well as mine. So we really appreciate Tremonti's Meat and Seafood and all they do. And of course, their support of Sports Shorts Daily.
New Orleans Saints going to be playing in front of fans this weekend, and the Saints put out this press release about how, thanking the mayor, and the plan is to allow 3,000 fans into the dome this week, and then if it goes well, they'll have another 3,000 next week. And eventually, they hope if all stays well in the city of New Orleans, they can get to 15,000 fans for the last two home games. That's basically the cap of where they're at. The Saints are thanking the mayor. Look, there's 3,000 fans. That's ridiculous. I mean, if I was the Saints, I'd tell the mayor to stick it and go to New Orleans or go to Lafayette and play at Cajun Field. Just anything to get out of that city and get out of the down in New Orleans and Latoya the Destroyer and go play in a place that people appreciate. Have some fans. Go to Mobile. Alabama's obviously opening up a lot more than Louisiana. Go to Mobile and play your Gulf Coast team anyway. Go to Ladd Memorial Stadium over there and play in front of a few thousand fans. But 3,000 fans, and she's patting herself on the back, and the Saints are patting her on the back like she's doing something.
Well, I get it that you have to say thank you, but don't overcook that, okay? But the mayor of New Orleans continues to crush the people of New Orleans and crush the economy of New Orleans. I was talking this morning with Mike Tremonti. You realize all the restaurants and the bars that benefit when the Saints play, and then all those employees make some money. They go buy groceries, pay their phone bill, whatever they got to do, and all the people that work in the dome, from the parking garage to the cleanup crew. I mean, it's just so many people that are being affected by it. I agree with you, Ronnie. They need to go play at Cajun Field in Lafayette. Go somewhere where you're appreciated and wanted, because the Saints are not appreciated and wanted by the mayor of New Orleans.
They can play in Tiger Stadium potentially after week 11. That is being talked about. We'll see what happens, but it's just funny to me. I don't know if the Saints are able to, I don't know what the rules are. I don't know what they're going to do, but I would think if you've only got 3,000 fans in the stands, charge $1,000 a ticket, right? Make it like a big time. I don't know if they're going to have regular pricing or if they're going to go to their best suite holders or what.
Some black market pricing, $600 for an LSU ticket, $800 for a Saints ticket. Now, that's not everywhere you look, but there are people trying to get that because 3,000 people. That's a joke. You got to probably have 500 employees there just to put 3,000 in. We'll put 2,000 employees and fill the building.
Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't even make sense financially almost if you're charging regular prices with all the staff and faculty and everything you're going to have to host those 3,000 people.
You know,
World
you know what it
Series,
reminds
Tommy,
me of,
you
Ronnie?
and I baseball guys, Clayton Kershaw.
Do what?
What's that?
I
What
didn't
did you
hear you
say
say
about
that
it?
again.
No, I was going to say through first 2 games of the World Series, we got 1 apiece between the Dodgers and the Rays. And Clayton Kershaw, by the way, you took the Rays in 7. I want to remind people. And I took the Dodgers. I don't think I gave how many games, but I did say that I thought Clayton Kershaw would pitch well this World Series. He's pitched well this postseason 2 out of 3 times. And he's been hearing about his postseason woes for years. And he went out and threw a fantastic gem in Game 1.
Well, you were spot on about Kershaw. He had an outstanding outing in Game 1, led the Dodgers to the win with the help of Mookie Betts. And then Game 2, I picked the Rays because I think they have the pitching edge on paper, and when you break it down. And Game 2 showed that pitching edge as the Dodgers couldn't get it done early, got in too big a hole, couldn't get out of it. Although they shook back in that thing late. So I'm gonna stick with the Rays because of the pitching. It's been an exciting 2 games. Today, Thursday's a day off. You got Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You will have a Game 5. Monday would be a day off if it goes further than that. I'm excited about the World Series. These are the 2 best teams, and we're going to let them hack it out over a 7-game series and see who's the world champion.
Should be a good one. All right, he's Tommy Krysan. He's over at Tremonti's Meat and Seafood. Go by Sam. They've got a percentage of their proceeds going to a great cause today. I'm Ronnie Rantz, Sports Shorts Daily, presented by LeBear's Casino. Join us tomorrow for more Sports Shorts Daily. And don't forget, Sports Shorts Radio, Saturday mornings, 10 to noon. We'll have a little LSU pregame as the Tigers play at 6 o'clock. The game got moved from 3 to 6 against South Carolina at home. TK, have a great one today.
All right, man. Thank you.
Thanks for watching Sports Shorts Daily, presented by LeBear's Casino and Hotel in Baton Rouge and the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame Museum in Natchitoches. Don't forget to follow Sports Shorts on Facebook, Twitter at sports_shorts, and check us out on Saturday mornings from 10 to noon at Sports Shorts Radio on 104.5, 104.9 ESPN Radio in Baton Rouge.